Hey guys, welcome back. So we're going to do part 3 now, which is preparing your primer pockets for reloading. And if you're new to this whole game, primer pockets are the hole or the indent right there where your primer fits in. So your primer is what the firing pin hits to give it a spark to ignite the gunpowder in the case that's going to send your projectile down the barrel. So if you were to go into a store and say, I would like some tools to prepare my primer pockets, chances are they would probably give you one of these and probably give you one of these to unify the flash hole. And the flash hole is the hole within the primer pocket that the spark actually travels through. I'm going to go on a limb here and I'm going to say do not buy a primer pocket unifier. The weak spot or the Achilles heel of this brass is your primer pocket, and you don't want to do anything to make it looser than necessary. The primer fits in there, it's friction fit, and it's under fairly high tolerances. Using these tools to clean a little bit of carbon out are just going to make your primer pocket bigger and make it easier for your primer to fall out. So I'm going to say don't even buy one of these. Leave it on the shelf. We're going to use a cleaner, which I'll explain in a minute. The one thing I do believe in is a flash hole unifier. So what it is a tool that's actually going to drill through the hole, the flash hole, and bevel the edges inside the case that you can't see. So unless you're using really high-end brass like Lapua or Nosler, most of these are punched out and they can be fairly rough. If you look at them, some look circular, some look oval, some even look kind of squarish. So what this tool does is it goes in the mouth of your case, comes out the back, and you turn it so that the flash hole is the same side. This plunger's on there to stop it from going too far. And then that part on there is going to get rid of all the burrs on the inside from that punching process when they put your primer hole in there. So that's what we're going to do. If you don't want to buy an ultrasonic cleaner, this little bit of carbon buildup inside is kind of unsightly, but it's not going to affect your performance at all. So once we do all these flash holes, we're going to put them in the ultrasonic cleaner, and then they're going to come out like new. It's not only going to get rid of the carbon buildup in the primer pocket, but all the carbon buildup on the outside. From there, we're going to put them into our tumbler, and then we'll tumble them just to make them nice and shiny. It's another step that's not necessary, but just nice to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do these flash holes. Okay, I'm going to stop it. Alright guys, all of our flash holes are unified now. They're all the same size, so when we put our primers in, it's going to have the same amount of spark through every hole because all the holes are the same size. From here, we're going to put in an ultrasonic cleaner now to get rid of the carbon buildup on the inside of the primer pocket and the inside and outside of the case. I use Hornady One Shot. I've tried several different chemicals as well as the homemade stuff with vinegar and baking soda and all that, and I find hands down this Hornady One Shot works the best. They come out the cleanest. If you don't want to spend the money on an ultrasonic cleaner, you're not worried about a little carbon buildup, just buy a tumbler. It's the most efficient way to go. They're probably about $80–90 in the store. The media that comes with it is very reasonable. I think this was $10, and you can reuse this media over and over and over again. So this is also going to clean your brass cases, but just not as well. So we're going to go ahead and put it in the ultrasonic cleaner here. Run it for an hour, and then we're going to put it an hour in the tumbler after that. So next episode we'll have some nice clean brass to start reloading.